Undiscovered world. We live, but we don't know where we are living. Welcome to my channel, to my book. Here you will learn the truth about the earth, the sun, the moon, the planets, and the stars, because we actually live on a flat earth. The moon, the sun, the planets, and the stars are actually closer to Earth and closer to each other than we know. I have been studying astronomy for 37 years, and I've wrote all my ideas and theories in a book. In all the years the Earth was discovered to be round, it's been wrong. People have always contradicted on whether Earth was round or flat, but science decided the Earth was round. If the Earth was really round, these contradictions wouldn't have existed. Something that is real, it doesn't leave room for any contradictions. Some scientists have come up with the theories that Earth could be flat, but they believe the Earth is flat like a disc. This theory is very wrong, more wrong than saying that Earth is round. Astronomy is for everyone, depending on how much you are interested to understand it. In my channel, I will be showing you some different demonstrations on my theories. It will include round Earth versus flat Earth, also for the moon, the sun, the planets, and the stars, of how they function in space. Please give these videos your undivided attention to understand and learn more about Earth and space. Thank you. The Earth is round. It is about 50 times bigger than the world that we actually live in. The big Earth is made up of three elements, which are rocks, dirt, and ice. These three elements come together to form the big Earth. In the beginning of time, when the sun first went over the Earth, the sun came and melted the ice, which made water all the way to Antarctica, and the water that melted from the sun became leveled. When the lands came above water, it created Earth that we live on. The other part of the Earth is in the south of Antarctica and down, where the sun does not shine, which the glaciers remain frozen. It's impossible to go down into the south of Antarctica because it's all ice. All the planets and the stars surround Earth. They all rotate around the Earth at the speed of 1,000 miles per hour. Their speed is what keeps Earth floating at the level that it's at. You can compare their speed to the rotor blade on a helicopter when it's in the air. All the planets are in order away from the sun and rotate around the sun according to science. All these planets, such as Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, rotate around the sun but not at the same speed. Some go slow and some go fast. If we are talking about only one kind of gravity, which gravity allows these planets to rotate at different speeds? For example, Earth. According to science, the distance that is between Earth and the Sun, 215 suns go into that distance. Earth itself is far away from the Sun to be able to rotate around the Sun with the gravity that it has. What about the other 6 planets that are farther away from the Sun than Earth? How is it possible that they have enough gravity with the Sun to rotate around it? A bunch of planets cannot have a far gravity distance that is bigger than the planet itself. The planets are close to one another and very close to the sun. That is why there is gravity. When we are talking about gravity, we have to know the rules. With all these far distances that the planets have from the sun, we wouldn't have gravity. Only a bunch of planets blindly moving around in space. In the giant world, all the planets and the stars that we have seen with our eyes in space are all around us. Planets that are surrounded around Antarctica and down south from there, we cannot see them because the sunlight does not reach to them. We can call them planets in the dark. The part of the world that we live in begins south of Antarctica around us up until the North Pole. This part of the world is flat. The sun melted the ice and turned it into water, which the water took its own level and made it flat. It then came to the surface of the land that we live on. Around Antarctica and down south from there, the giant world is covered in ice on its surface of it. The planets and the stars are around the giant world. The giant world is in the center of them with the gravity that the planets have with the Earth. They rotate around the giant Earth. Earth rotates within itself at the speed of 70 miles per hour, and the planets rotate at the speed of 1,000 miles per hour around Earth. With this speed of the planets, they hold Earth at the level that it is at. The gravity that Earth has, it holds the planets near itself so the planets don't go every which way. Which gravity is the correct one? The planets that are lined up to the sun or the planets that surround Earth? All of these planets and the stars that we see are all beneficial to Earth so that we all need to survive. Science says that there are 1,000,000 of other galaxies. Is there an end to these galaxies? If so, where and how do they end? We don't have to go that far into solving other galaxies when our own galaxy hasn't yet been completely solved. The ending of space that surrounds us is all the way to the furthest of the stars. After that, it's all a mystery. These planets, the stars that are far away from Earth, are mistaken for other galaxies. Thank you.